Bonsoir mes amis, this is the PrinceofMacedon and I'm doing a commentary video for Napoleon Total War multiplayer. This is a France versus Britain battle. I command the French, and my opponent is Conqueror Sun Tzu in command of the British. And we're fighting on this pyramids map, and you can see the pyramids in the back. I'll show you later. But looking at my army, I have Lancers, 2 squadrons, and 2 squadrons of the Cuirassiers. And I put my elite 7th Lancer horsemen on the right, and those are my my Polish cavalry. And once again, this is an elite unit, so you can only buy one of those guys. After that, they are no longer an option. Then I have my skirmishers here. Here we are. And they have the sweet blue uniform. And then I got my my line infantry. And I also have my general unit. And once again, just like my last battle with France, I decided to use a general staff unit in order to save money. Yeah, so my troops should be very scared right now because their commander is cutting costs wherever he can. Alright, so that's my grand army. Oh yeah, I have my howitzer team. And the reason why I only bring one team of artillery typically is because back in Napoleon's army, it was believed that there was only, I believe, 2 or 3 cannons for every 1,000 soldiers. So my proportions are correct in terms of artillery. Alright, so let's look at my opponent's British army. This is the army commanded by Conqueror Sun Tzu, and he misspelled Conqueror. And let's look at his troops here. Right here he has 3 squadrons of light dragoons. Those guys can dismount and fight as infantrymen. Over here, this is an elite unit. This is the 15th Hussars. And they have the elaborate uniforms to show for. And this is my opponent's general unit. That's Major General Picton, wearing his awesome top hat. Alright, so let's look at the rest of his army since he's almost done setting up. On his very left here, he has a unit of the Black Watch. Those are elite units. Then next to them, they have another elite unit. Those are the Rangers. So he deployed his infantry strength on his left. And let's look at his right flank. He has 3 units of regular foot infantry. And those are very cool looking outfits too, I have to admit, even though they're considered normal foot infantry. On his front ranks, he has 2 units of light foot. They have pretty good range, but not as good as the other skirmishers. But then he has behind them 2 units of rifles. And they are setting up stakes to help protect their artillery component, and he has a crap load of artillery pieces. He has 2 teams of 6-pounder horse artillery, and then he has 2 teams of 5-inch howitzers. And you can see he's fortified that dune in front of him. So here I am, I'm coming up to attack, as I always do. And I'm going to put my cannon on top of that hill up there. And he started targeting my howitzer as he saw that happening. And I've got my skirmishers up here. They're going to do battle with those light foot infantrymen. Okay, so they're getting set up, and once they get it set up, then they can do their thing in skirmish. Alright, my opponent is using his canister shot now against my troops, so that's not good, because he has 4 different artillery teams. That's a lot of ammunition. I'm gonna advance, and this is in slow motion. So vive la France! Alright, that's enough of that. Let's continue at normal time. So those are my fusiliers in the center. And my plan here was basically to charge up the middle and then use my left flank and my right flank to exchange fire with his left and right flank. Yeah, I really want to take out those artillery pieces like ASAP. But I had no idea that my guys were going to rout this fast. Look at that, right in the middle. And this happened in my last France battle when I was using a general staff for my general. Like when I used Napoleon, this never happened. So this might be something to learn, that the historical generals are very good at what they do, and that's keeping their men rallied and inspired. So my center has just broken completely, and very soon I'm going to use my general to use his rally feature. But here's another slow motion shot. And I'm not sure why I'm using slow motion so much here. I think it's because I just discovered the slow motion button. Oh yeah, there it is. See the stars? That's my general using his rally feature. But I think for now on I might start using the historical generals again. I'm still experimenting with different army setups here. But yeah, this battle is very widespread. Over on the left flank, I'm having some success here. This is where he put his regular foot units, so my guys are able to do very well against them. So one of his units are actually starting to retreat, and I'm going to use my horses to charge into his remaining units here. But at the last second, his guys went into the famed square. So the second I saw him moving his guys into square, I called off my attack. But you can see that my guys are still stuck in the engagement here. So you gotta be very careful with your horses because they have a very hard time listening to you. And I was gonna chase his routing units down, but I decided not to because that was a waste of time. And we don't like to waste time in France. Right. Here are my cuirassiers. We have finally removed the threat of those skirmish units from the center. So all we have left in the center are the artillery pieces, but those artillery pieces are very devastating. And my right flank is crumbling right now. That's where he put his elite units at. And over here you can see that my howitzer disappeared, and that's because he took one of his light dragoons and destroyed them, and then he dismounted them on this little hill here. And if you'll notice, a lot of my troops are coming back from routing, so I had to keep pushing them right back into battle. Over here I rallied my horses back and went in for another mass charge. And this is at my opponent's center. He redeployed this unit of foot units here. So I wanted to attack them and then proceed to attack his artillery right behind those foot units. And this called for a dramatic slow motion effect. So we're going to watch them move really slow and rout some of these horse artillery pieces and howitzers. So my lancers promised drama and they delivered. Alright. This is back over on the other flank. Our horses are still engaged in a cavalry fight, and his guys are winning. He also plugged in his elite units as well, and he outnumbered my guys. And I'm coming in from the other side with my elite lancers here. But my guys are heavily depleted. You can see that they only have like a dozen horses left in that horse squadron. Alright, so once again, all my guys are routing once more, and I have to bring them back right into battle. And again, this is probably a very good reason why you should be bringing a historical general and not the generic type, because if you buy your general at Kmart, then you can't expect him to fight like Napoleon. And I'm still pushing forward with my troops.
Our men are running, sir!
And I still have Captain Obvious as my advisor. If you'll notice, whenever my guys make it back to the front there, they always start to break ranks and run. So morale is definitely an issue with my troops right now. And the only way I could have fixed that on the battlefield would be to get Mel Gibson to talk to my men. But I don't think Mel Gibson plays this game. In any case, I've lost all my horses, and I'm down to one last unit of Fusiliers. Those guys are really brave, and they probably deserve medals, but since they're dead anyways, I don't think I'll give them anything. So I think that's the end of my glorious attack on that fortified position. But anyways, good game to my opponent, and I hope you guys enjoyed my first loss in Napoleon Total War.